This is what it's like growing up with 13 kids in my family. When you walk in the door, you're going to see a lot of slippers and shoe shelves that are packed. Not just one, but two. None of us have our own bedroom, but it's kind of fun that way. You'll see a lot of bunk beds, and I probably should have warned them before I filmed this, but we're just keeping it real. In our bathroom, there are a ton of products because everyone likes their own stuff. And we have not one, not two, but 3 coat racks. And finally, there are a ton of dishes to do every single day. Follow along for more. This is what it's like growing up with 13 kids in my family, part 2. Walking outside, we have a crazy collection of bikes, and we still love to ride them together. In our kitchen, there's a wide variety of bread and tortillas. Whoops. The kids love playing with toys, specifically Legos, as you can see. This is the plight of our household. We have this insane basket of socks, and you can almost never find a match. Lastly, there's a ton of laundry to do, but we all pitch in to help. Thanks for watching. This is what it's like growing up with 13 kids in my family, part 3. Hanging up in random places, you'll find a lot of backpacks, a lot of purses, and whenever we go somewhere, it can take a while for everybody to get their stuff. This is our 15-passenger van. A lot of you guys are wondering what we drive, and that's it. Grocery shopping for a family this big is kind of insane, but we all help unload and put things away, because it's a lot of food. And lastly, we don't have a table that fits all of us, but who knows, we might get one soon. This is what it's like growing up with 13 kids in my family, part 4. Whenever we all gather in our living room, some of us have to sit on the floor. Next, every single morning, there is a line for the shower. This is the closet I have to share with 2 of my sisters. And finally, doing school with a big family is kind of nice because you can ask your older siblings for help with your homework. Follow along for more. I have 13 kids in my family, and this is the story of how my parents met. That's my dad. Back in the 80s, he was in a group called the Jets. They were pretty famous. They had 8 top 10 hits, went on 3 world tours, and even had a Grammy nomination. The song you're listening to right now is their song Crush on You. Crush. Hey, this is part 2 of how my parents met. In the first video, I explained how my dad was in a famous group in the 80s called the Jets. Well, at the same time, my mom was also a singer and a performer. She sang with her cousins, and when she got a little older, they formed a girls group, and they were called Blush. They actually went on to sign a record deal, and it was through this deal and through the music industry that my parents finally met and began working together. Long story short, they fell in love, and my dad proposed to her on her birthday with a ring on the candle. Like for a parents' reveal of what they look like today. We mostly stick to road trips, but one time we took a trip on an airplane, and it was pretty crazy.
It was. A lot of people in the airport were staring at us because it's not often that you see a family that big traveling all together. But honestly, it was a blast. We had a great time.
And the babies only cried a little bit, but we survived.